thank you to our viewers who are tuning into another CSE listed issuer update. This is Anil Mall. I represent the Canadian Securities Exchange, and I'm speaking with Patrick Elliott once again. Patrick is the president and CEO of Forte Minerals Corp. The symbol is CUAU. Patrick, nice to see you again, even though it's virtually. I hope you're well.
Thanks, Anil. It's great to be back. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like it's been quite a while since we've provided another update on the company. And so I'm looking forward because you've got some really good stuff to talk about. Before we begin, though, Patrick, for viewers that might not be familiar with your company, could you maybe start with a brief introduction to what Forte Minerals focuses?
Certainly. We're a copper gold explorer in Peru, and we have a strategic partner that has been working in the country for over 15 years, generating exceptional porphyry copper and high sulphidation gold targets for us, and they own 15% of our company. And that's really the treadmill and the driver of some very unique exploration methods that we deploy that really sets us apart from the rest and has contributed to the success. We've assembled a portfolio. Our portfolio of these copper gold projects is really a testament to the exceptional team that we have in Peru, and really excited to share probably our most exciting news to date as a public company.
I was going to say, typically on these interviews, we would start with 2023 and recap and work our way forward. But I think it's only fair based on the news that the team has recently put out. Why don't we start by you telling us a little bit about this recent acquisition?
Yes, it's a gold high sulphidation project that's been highly sought after in Peru for over a decade. It was staked in competition with several other majors and kind of got hung up in government processes and whatnot. But our strategic partner in the end was able to retain 100% of this project that's called Alto Ruri. And the most exciting part about it is the first drill hole that was drilled back in 1997 by Buenaventura. It encountered 131 meters of 2.6 grams gold from surface. And even more significant is the top 54 meters from surface was 5.5 grams gold. So it's an incredible hole that was drilled. There's a few other exploratory holes drilled by Buenaventura back in 1997. This project is 15 kilometers due south of Pierina. Now, most of you would probably know of Barrick's Pierina mine. It's produced over 8 million ounces of gold, and it's coming towards the end of its useful mine life. And, it's unfortunate. It was an exceptional deposit, but it really brings a lot of positive roles with labor forces in the region, with, having a Barrick Gold, work with the communities for so long. There's a really good sentiment in that area, but also it's the same host rocks and the same type of high sulphidation system that was encountered at Alto Ruri that's seen at Barrick, and that's most exciting. Now Barrick acquired the Pierina mine from Arequipa Resources, and this is back in 1996. So you have to dig a little deep on the archives to find this information. But 1996, Barrick paid $1.1 billion Canadian for Arequipa Resources, and their sole property was the Pierina deposit that was discovered by David Lowell and Catherine McLeod Salter. So it's really exciting for Forte to have 100% control of this project. We look forward to getting in there, working with the communities, and getting this project drill permitted. Now, 3 kilometers away from Alto Ruri, Anglo American made a discovery in 2003 of the porphyry gold copper moly system, and they only drilled a few holes there, but one of them encountered some pretty significant mineralization of 200 meters of 0.5 grams gold and 0.1 copper. So there's also a porphyry copper on the property. It's 4,700 hectares that we have in control. And it's worth mentioning that Hochschild's retains a 1% royalty on metal production.
Got it. So you mentioned once the project's acquired, currently you guys are going to the team will put together permits for upcoming drill program. Are you able to talk about what that drill program looks like? How many holes?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. We've already been working with the communities. We have an in-house ESG social team that's really proven to be worthwhile and efficient. In order to get permits, as we announced, we received 2 drill permits last fall in September for Pucarini high sulphidation gold, and then 1 in December for our porphyry Esperanza copper moly porphyry. Now those projects had never been drilled, and these permits can take up to 2 years if it requires the previous consultation with the community. So it's really important to initiate that process early and to really have a good, efficient team that enlist a very strategic plan in order how to execute this. So the permitting's the focus. There's a lot of time to go through the data. We have resampled the core, and this is really important because we're talking about historical holes that are 27 years old. They were drilled 27 years old. And so we still had access to the core, which is shocking. But we quartered the core and re-assayed it through our strategic partner, Globetrotters Resources. And so we're able to report those gold grades that I've just quoted. So it's very exciting. The first drill campaign would likely be, 10 holes in and around the system. It's got a very sizable footprint of alteration that we can chase.
Patrick, first I want to say congratulations to you and your team. Obviously, that's a very significant milestone, acquiring 100% of this historical property. I was wondering if you can touch a little bit on maybe the global copper market, because you and your team have been very bullish not only on copper but also the Peru copper pipeline. And so maybe if you can touch on a few points on why it's important to pay attention to copper, but specifically the Peru copper pipeline.
Certainly, yeah. It's inevitable that these major copper mines are the production is coming off on some of the major mines, and they're starting to mine lower grade ore, and we're going to reach an inflection point here. Like I said, it's inevitable. Sometime in 2025, we and analysts and industry specialists are forecasting, and we just haven't had enough permitting, enough development, and enough new projects come on stream in order to fill that void. And there's still time, but the majors are hungry. The mid-tiers are hungry for development assets. They're looking earlier now, earlier stage exploration. You've seen a lot of injection of capital from majors at the project, at the equity level in the companies. And so it's exciting, but they also recognize that they need these pipeline projects and these resources to build in order to have the future production. So, I mean, we've been working on this for 15 years in Peru. I think a bit longer. It's probably coming on 20 now. I moved there originally in 2006 with our first company. And this is probably the most exciting time for a junior that has a role in a portfolio of assets like this, because they're highly sought after. So it's getting them into that permitting phase, progress, and getting the drill permits for them to have them ready for drilling and building these resources. But there's no shortage of exceptional properties in the country. It is so mineral rich. Number 2 copper producer in the world in Peru, number 9 in gold globally, tremendous amount of zinc and silver, and every single major and mid-tier that's into copper and gold productions in the nation. And they wouldn't be there exploring and producing and developing if it wasn't an exceptional tool.
Now, to close it off, these conversations go so quick and very interesting to myself because I'm sure we could go on for a lot longer. I think it was earlier this month, the team also put out an ESG report for responsible mining and mineral exploration in Peru. Can you maybe talk to us a little bit about the contents of that report?
A pretty extensive process that really didn't know what we were getting into. It was about 6 months of data collection and compiling and planning and organizing. But we're really glad that we did. It's really identified the key focus and objectives that come out of that. A lot of these initiatives we'd already had in place, but they weren't, followed up with policies or translated even into English. And so now we have a very coherent and robust report that anybody can go onto our website and click on our ESG report to see, how we address these 21 point criteria. And it's also helped us to get more organized and see in which ways that we can improve on our ESG.
On that point, we always encourage our viewers to do their due diligence, to go to your website, read up on your, obviously sign up for press releases, but read up on reports like this that your team have put out. And of course, reach out should they have more questions and need information. Where would you like to direct the viewers?
You have to check out this Alto Ruri acquisition, this gold acquisition. It has been, like I said, over 10 years of tireless effort of our strategic partner, and it's truly an exceptional testament to the team and our ability to acquire projects like this. So it's something that you have to have a look at and just consume the information, because it's going to be a tremendous project.
Go to their website, have a look. On that note, I do want to thank you for taking the time to talk to us a little bit about this recent acquisition and the company's focus as we move forward in 2024. I look forward to hosting you on again, maybe towards the end of the year, where we can provide another update on this. To everybody watching, you've been hearing from Mr. Patrick Elliott. He is the president and CEO of Forte Minerals. It's CUAU on the CSE, and go to their website to read up more, to get more information on this recent press release and acquisition. Patrick, thanks again.
Thanks for having us. We really appreciate it.
Right back at you. Thank you.